Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Malachi.
Tom.
We're back with Game of Thrones, Season 5, Episode 3. Last episode, man. Jon Snow. Could have been Jon Stark. Stark. He's now commander of the Night's Watch. Beat Alicent Thorne and the other guy. I can't remember his name. But
The
yeah.
other guy was like super old too, like really old. Jon had a good opportunity presented to him, and it looks like one probably not quite as good, but still a lot better than his current situation.
But also,
I like Sam's little speech when he's talking about him being Lord Commander, how like he commanded in the darkest of the night.
yeah. We turn to him. We have Jaime and Bronn going to Dorne to try to get Myrcella. Arya with Jack and Hagar, one of my favorite storylines. They didn't mention Lyanna Mormont, by the way. She is Mormont, the old bear and all his obvious son. And we also had a first mention of Grayscale. But before we jump in, if you want to support us, check out this reaction in its entirety, uncut, on our Patreon. We also have the next 4 weeks over there. Let's jump in.
Oh, that's where it's at Arya.
The House of
So
Black
he's
and
down
White. Damn waif. The statue's weeping.
What the heck is going on in here?
I've been sweeping this floor for days.
Good.
I didn't come here to sweep floors.
Why come then?
You said I could be your apprentice.
A man teaches a girl. While to Iris, all men must serve.
I want to serve.
A girl wants to serve herself. A girl must become no one.
Which one's the many-faced god?
There is only one god. A girl knows his name.
Remember Serial Pharrell said? He's from Bravos. That was her water dancing teacher. What do we say to him?
What's happening to him?
Is he dead?
Where are they taking him?
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, never mind. Yay.
Someone's a jelly belly.
I am his, and he is mine.
You get married?
Yep.
Good timing. Oh, God. I love to see it. Well, she's taller than him now. He's taller than her now.
Look at him smiling.
Oh. Tommen?
Did I hurt you?
Dirty dog, you.
I was scared. Maybe I hurt you. It sounded...
No. You're very sweet.
This is all I want to do. All day, every day, for the rest of my life.
Wouldn't that be glorious? Shouldn't we rest a little while? Just to catch our breath. There's no rush, is there?
Of course not.
I'm king, damn it.
And bring you some cake or pomegranate juice.
No.
Pomegranate juice.
I want to know everything there is to know about King Tommen, first of his name.
Be hard not to resist not telling someone who looks like that. Yeah.
You got to.
Everything got me.
I've married the most beautiful woman in the world. It's all because my brother died.
I understand. But it's not your fault, you know that, don't you?
Do you like to sail?
I love to sail.
I do too.
I think we're going to be very happy, you and I.
Stop. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah, something's
Please.
gonna happen.
Living in a tower. So high, it touches the clouds. Does your mother like it here?
I don't think so. She told me never to trust anyone in King's Landing.
It's so wonderful to have her watching over you. A lioness guarding her cub.
But I'm a man now,
But you'll always be her baby boy.
I suppose.
I adore her. She's always been so generous with me, so kind.
She's trying something.
Of course.
She'll never let you out of her sight.
Yeah. So Marjorie's really good with words.
She's certainly very pretty, isn't she? Like a doll. She smiles quite a lot.
She's evil. Do you ever miss Castle Rock?
There's nothing for me in Castle Rock.
But that's where you grew up. You always told me that you liked the people there better. You said that King's Landing smelled of horse dung and sour milk.
Why are we speaking of Castle Rock?
The way that you talked about it. I always thought that you missed it. That it was your real home.
This is my real home now.
I want you to be happy, Mother.
I know that.
He's so much better than him.
Then
I know you
Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah.
Surely 4 times is enough. Are you trying to set a new record? He said, well, what is the record? I'm sure we can break it. Mother,
Oh God.
I wish we had some wine for you. It's a bit early in the day for us.
Oh.
No, Tommen seems quite taken with his new queen.
I absolutely adore him. You raised a gallant young man. I'm forever grateful.
I'm glad to hear you're happy.
Ecstatic. I really
It's just
am.
weird to look at her. I don't know why.
Doesn't she seem so sincerely lost?
Forgive me, I haven't been at court for long. I get so confused. What's the proper way to address you now? Queen Mother or Dowager Queen?
There's no need for such formalities.
The Queen Mother will be a Queen Grandmother soon.
Wouldn't that be a lovely day?
Can you imagine the celebrations? They'll ring the
She's
bells
trying to be
all
like-
day and night.
Remember, anything you need.
She's trying to be.
Someone's cooking something up. I can smell it.
Don't get.
Ask me if I feel bad for it.
If anyone touches margarine, I'm gonna kill the. Oh God, it's the X.
The flayed man. It's just an unsightly flag.
That's a terrible thing. Push the on. Reek. Jesus, dude.
Yep.
What a terrible thing.
Yeah, it is just like,
It's horrible.
yeah.
And there's more.
You can't hold the North if you let these lesser lords insult us.
I sent you there to collect taxes, not bodies.
Lord Tywin refused to pay. Said the Warden of the North would always be a Stark, and he'd be damned if he'd kiss.
Yeah, right. Good.
I flayed him living, along with his wife and brother. Made his son watch.
Why did he flay his son?
The new Lord Tywin paid his taxes.
Yeah, that's fine.
He knows he's.
I have something
He's
important
sick
to
in the
tell
mind.
you. Stop eating and listen. We don't have enough men to hold the North if the other houses rise up against us. Do you understand that?
Our pact with the Lannisters protects
I had a
us.
pact with Tywin Lannister, and Tywin Lannister is dead. The remaining Lannisters are 1,000 miles away dealing with that fact. They have never once in the history of the Seven Kingdoms sent their army this far north. If you think they will for us, you're a fool. We become a great house by entering into alliances with other houses. The best way to forge a lasting alliance isn't by peeling a man's skin off. The best way is marriage. Now that you're a Bolton, it's high time you married a suitable bride. I found the perfect girl to solidify our hold on the North.
Who is it? Sam?
Sansa,
Yep.
it looks like.
That's Moat Cailin.
Yes. Bit shabby, isn't it?
Yeah, Reek is he's crazy because he seems like another character, you know.
The Boltons have Winterfell. Your marriage proposal, it wasn't for you.
No.
Bruce Bolton murdered my brother. He betrayed my family.
He did.
He serves the Lannisters. I won't go.
Winterfell is your home.
Not anymore.
Always. You're a Stark. Dyeing your hair doesn't change that. You're Sansa Stark.
I can't marry him. You can't make me. He is a traitor, a murderer.
You're not marrying Roose Bolton. No, you'll be marrying his son and heir, Ramsay.
Who's worse, Ramsay
One
or
day he'd be Warden of the North.
Joffrey?
And you'll... Sansa,
No, you can't make me. I will starve myself. I will die before I have to go there.
I won't force you to do anything. Don't you know by now how much I care for you? Say the word and we'll turn the horses round, but listen to me. You've been running all your life. Terrible things happen to your family and you weep. You sit alone in a darkened room, mourning their fates. Stop being a bystander. Do you hear me? Stop running. There's no justice in the world. Not unless we make it. You loved your family.
Ramsay might be a little crazier than Joffrey.
Yeah,
You loved your family, avenge them, is what he said.
I'm marrying the one who killed your brother. Betrayed your family. That seems like a terrible, desolate
Yeah, she's
wasteland.
keeps getting in these sucky situations.
Yeah.
Turning around?
I don't know how you get so far, like, without having this conversation before you get to Moat Cailin.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
This place looks like a shithole, doesn't it?
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Where do you farm?
It's just a bog.
Aren't you getting a bit old to be a squire? How did you end up squiring for the imp?
He hates that nickname.
Well, he's not here to complain about it, is he?
Hope they see each other again.
I squired for a knight named Sir Lorimer during the War of the Five Kings. He had a bit too much to drink, and he was famished, so he borrowed a ham. He was drunk and hungry, and he wasn't thinking. I was drunk too. Next morning, one of the guards saw him passed out under a wagon with the ham bone still in his hand. They hanged him that afternoon. They tied the noose for me too, but Lord Tywin heard my family name was Payne, so he pardoned me and sent me to King's Landing to squire for his son.
Pain? What's pain? I mean,
Lord Tyrion was always very good to me.
Yes, all your lords have been very kind to you. All except me. Sorry you had to squire for such a nasty person.
I'm not sorry. You're the best fighter I've ever seen. You beat the hound. I'm proud to be your squire.
I'm sorry I'm always snapping at you.
If you didn't snap at me, I wouldn't learn anything.
We love our pod.
Do you want to be a night pod?
Yes.
Starting tomorrow, we'll train with the sword twice a day. I can't knight you, but I can teach you how to fight.
I suppose that's more important.
Brienne's decent.
decent. So if you see, like, how easy he did that compared to first.
Right.
You were the King's guard to Renly Baratheon, weren't you?
I was.
Lord Tyrion said he was a good man.
Yeah.
When I was a girl, my father held a ball. I'm his only living child, so he wanted to make a good match for me. He invited dozens of young lords to Tarth, and it was wonderful. None of the boys noticed how mulish and tall I was. They whispered in my ear how they wanted to marry me and take me back to their castles. My father smiled at me, and I smiled at him. I'd never been so happy. And then they all started to laugh. They couldn't keep the game going any longer. They were toying with me. And I realized I was the ugliest girl alive.
She ain't ugly at all, dude.
I don't think so.
She's tall, but she ain't ugly.
No.
I tried to run away, but Renly Baratheon took me in his arms. Don't let them see your tears, he told me. They're nasty little shits, and nasty little shits aren't worth crying over. He danced with me and none of the other boys could say a word.
Yeah.
Renly was the king's brother, after all.
But wasn't he?
Yes, Pod, he liked men. I'm not an idiot. He didn't love me, he didn't want me. He danced with me because he was kind and didn't want to see me hurt. He saved me from being a joke, and I couldn't save him in return.
Yeah. So now it makes sense a little more.
Right.
One day I will avenge King Renly.
But you said a shadow murdered him. How do you fight a shadow?
A shadow with the face of Stannis Baratheon. I know it was Stannis. I know it in my heart.
That wasn't me, it was just a shadow.
Ollie is my steward now, as I was Lord Commander moments. I want him to attend my meetings, to learn from men with experience. One day, he might command.
Very well.
He's always like, okay.
All my life, I wanted to be Jon Stark.
Say the word and you will be.
That's so tempting.
Yeah.
But I have to refuse you. I'm Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. My place is here.
I'm giving you the chance to avenge your family. To rule the North.
I wish I could fight beside you. But I swore a sacred vow at the gods would.
You're as stubborn as your father.
Very honorable.
And as honorable.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can imagine no higher praise.
I didn't mean it as praise. Honor got your father killed. But if your mind's made up, I won't try and dissuade you.
May I ask, Your Grace, how long you plan to stay at Castle Black?
Are you bored of us already?
The Night's Watch can't continue to feed your men and the wildling prisoners indefinitely.
We march on Winterfell within the fortnight.
And the wildlings?
You could execute them, that's the safest course. Or you could see if this Torment fella's more willing to compromise than Mance ever was. I assume the brothers of the Night's Watch would rather see the wildlings dead. You have many enemies in Castle Black. Have you considered sending Alistair Thorne elsewhere?
I heard it was best to keep your enemies close.
Whoever said that didn't have many enemies.
Good old Stannis.
Are you just mad at John kind of too?
He sees something in you. But it's the truth. He believes in you.
I'm sorry I disappointed him.
He can convince anyone to do anything.
He's a complicated man. But he wants to do what's right for the Seven Kingdoms.
As long as he's ruling them.
He's the one true king. He's a blood right to...
Targaryen is the one true king.
How does the Night's Watch vow go again?
Night gathers and now my watch begins.
No.
She's gonna find a little loophole, isn't he?
The shield that guards the realms of men. That's what you swore to be. Now, I'm not a learned man, but the best way to help the most people might not be sitting in a frozen castle at the edge of the world. As long as the Boltons rule the North will suffer.
North.
Just one man's opinion.
Smart man.
He's a heck of a salesman.
Found a loophole. Found a loophole.
And a sailor.
Look at him now.
Yeah.
Is that her bed? Jesus, what is this? Prison?
Who are you? What? You, who walk in here with a coin you never earned. Who are you?
No one.
Ow! Cunt! A lie. A sad little lie. Who are you?
I told you I'm not...
What are you doing?
We were only playing. The game of faces.
The girl is not ready.
Clearly not.
I am ready.
Ben Toma!
For what?
To be a faceless man. To be no one.
Whose sword is that? It belongs to Arya Stark. Arya Stark's sword, Arya Stark's clothes, Arya Stark's stolen silver. How is it that no one came to be surrounded by Arya Stark's things?
That's how I feel when I find all these rappers in your room. Like, how did all this get in here? How did this all come in here?
Yeah, those are good clothes.
Yep.
Don't do it. You can keep that silver.
Third way, give it to the poor.
That coin is gonna end up coming back to you.
The sword, too.
Don't do the sword. Come on.
Remember who gave her that, right?
Rob or
John?
John, yeah. Don't. John gave it to you.
That'd be hard to part with, man.
Just give it, just go hide it and get it back when you're done. Yeah, let's go. How deep is that?
So she hides Needle.
Yeah.
I knew it. That's probably going to come back and fight her later.
What should do, just sweep all day?
Me at Texas Roadhouse slaving away. My back's hurting. It's 10 o'clock. I want to go home.
What was you? Terrible ways to work. See, we hear kind of the seriousness of Jack and Hagar, you know?
I was waiting to see what was in here. Looks like one of the dungeons on Skyrim.
Catacombs. That evil girl. Is that a guy?
Yeah.
Look at those pecs.
I think that's his stomach, actually.
Oh, no.
There's ribs sticking up.
Yeah.
I got a weird feeling that I know where this is going. I have a feeling that we're about to see some Mission Impossible type stuff here.
What
I
do we
hope
do
I'm
with them
wrong.
after we wash them?
Bottle of sunshine, isn't she?
Would that bother you, Malachi? Washing off a dead body like that?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Open gate!
That's how cold it is when we're out here and the door's locked.
Open the gate!
Proximo!
Oh
my.
I wasn't thinking about that.
May I introduce my son? Ramsay Bolton.
He literally looks like a Lord of the Rings hobbit.
Yeah.
It's literally a hobbit. Oh. All his girls?
Yeah, I figured.
Miranda's kind of hot, not gonna lie.
Figured she wasn't gonna be happy.
Yeah.
He can still have side chicks.
The North remembers.
Oh, he sits up there now. Look at that.
Mr. Raymond, he apologizes for not being here. He's not feeling well.
Take good care of him. As you all know too well, it's long past time to dig a new latrine pit. First Builder Yarwick and I have decided to appoint a latrine captain to oversee this crucial task.
So pick him.
Dude.
Ryan. Seems like a good job for a ginger.
He's like, ah.
Sir Alistair. You have more experience than any other ranger at Castle Black. You proved your valor many times over while defending the wall from the wildling attack. I name you first ranger.
Jon's trying to do the right thing here.
Well, Janos, I'm giving you command of Greyguard. Restore it as best you can. First build a Yarwick can spare 10
I
of
was
his...
charged with the defense of King's Landing when you were soiling your swaddling clothes. Keep your room.
This kid. I don't know, he's gonna do something.
Enough of that.
I don't like little kids ever since.
You mistake me, my lord.
100.
That was a command, not an offer. Pack your arms and armor, say your farewells, and ride for Greyguard.
I will not go meekly off to freeze and die. Give it to one of the fools who cast a stone for you.
Are you refusing to obey my order?
You can stick your order up your bastard ass.
He's dead. He's gonna kill me.
Take Lord Janos outside. Ollie, bring me my sword.
He deserves it.
The boy thinks he can frighten me.
I just realized what you said.
Mistaken, yes, very mistaken.
I don't think he's trying to frighten you. This is a great scene, dude.
Like his dad.
Yep.
If you have any last words, my lord, now's the time.
I was wrong. You're the Lord Commander. We all serve you. I'm sorry, not only for this, for all I've done and said.
Stop begging.
My lord, please, mercy! Mercy! I'll go, I will! Please. I'm afraid. I've always been afraid.
He did anyway as well.
He had to.
Yeah. He's like, good job.
That's when when Malachi's a baby, I was spanking him, and he's begging me. My dad look at me like that.
Oh wow, that's big booty.
Oh come on. Yeah, not too bad actually. This is literally the Thursday house. Jesus, isn't that crazy?
Is that the priest?
You have served us well.
2 is extra, you realize.
Yes, yes.
Yes, damn it.
Okay, very well.
That girl had huge knockers. Jesus.
Yeah. Make sure you edit that out.
What do you say, Peter Baelish? You
You have profaned our faith, the faith of our fathers and forefathers.
Oh.
You are a sinner, and you shall be punished.
Ew.
Jesus, dude.
Poor old guy.
Sinner, 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 sinner.
What is it? It's like a cult.
Lord Tyrell. It doesn't matter. As the High Septon of the Faith of the Seven, I give voice to the will of the gods. An insult to me is an insult to the gods. An assault on my person is an assault on our very religion.
You were assaulted.
I was. Humiliated me, they beat me, they left me naked and bleeding on the cobblestones. I am lucky to be alive.
I heard this assault began in Littlefinger's brothel.
High Septon, this is a rather shocking thing to hear. I tend to both the highest born and the lowliest amongst us. Even prostitutes.
So you were ministering to the needs of these devout prostitutes.
A man's private affairs ought to stay private.
Yeah, because we know what he's doing.
Yeah.
I ask that you protect our faith by arresting these criminals and throwing them in the black sea. I ask that you execute. If he goes unpunished...
And where do I find this man? This High Sparrow?
This is gonna be her.
I don't think this is a good idea, Your Grace.
Nonsense, Samarin. These are deeply religious people.
High Sparrow.
Hey.
Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Like Lord Duckling.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Why no shoes?
Because I gave them away to someone who needed them more. We all do that. It stops us from forgetting what we really are.
Is that why you came to King's Landing? To remind everyone?
Everyone. It's hard enough job reminding myself. Well, I tell them no one's special, and they think I'm special for telling them so. The gods sent you here to tempt me.
He ain't exactly starving to death.
Yeah.
Hypocrisy is a boil. Lancing a boil is never pleasant.
Good line.
Doesn't want me to arrest you, he wants me to execute you.
I wouldn't presume to know your thoughts on the matter.
Because there's something likable about him, you know?
Yeah.
The High Septon's behavior was corrosive, as was his attitude. Having a man like that reside in the Sept eats away at the faith from the inside. So now he resides in the Red Keep dungeons instead. The faith and the crown are the two pillars that hold up this world.
So she likes him.
Well, Cersei's always...
She seems semi-reasonable.
She sounds reasonable, of course. But, you know, what does she really believe?
Send a raven with this message to Littlefinger at the Eyrie or wherever he's slithering about. You've made progress?
He's a mad scientist.
More than I expected.
Yeah.
Is that the mountain back there?
Wait for it to be like Frankenstein just
Dude,
rise
something's
up.
gonna happen.
I knew it, dude! I told you!
I knew it was coming.
Easy, friend.
It's like when you put like a toddler down to bed.
Oh. Oh.
She really is lovely. I hope I can make her happy.
Can't, you're insane.
I hope so too. She's suffered enough.
I'll never hurt her. You have my word. I was a bastard.
And you're not anymore.
He kind of reminds me a little bit of like Tywin.
Yes, Father.
Yeah, he's got a good
and
presence.
Thank you, Lord Baelish. I'm forever in your debt.
He's insane, I don't care.
He seems pleased.
Shouldn't he be?
I assure you she's still a virgin. Inspect her if you must.
I leave that to the brothel keeper. It's her name I need, not her virtue.
Tywin is dead. He kept his house in power through sheer will. Without him, Jaime has one hand and no allies.
The Queen will be enraged.
Cersei is Queen Mother, a title whose importance wanes with each passing day.
A message for you from Cersei Lannister.
Strange that the seal is broken.
I'm sure you understand my position, Lord Baelish. It does make me question our new alliance. The Lannisters made you one of the great lords of Westeros, yet here you are in the north undermining them. Why gamble with your position?
Right.
Every ambitious move is a gamble. You gambled when you drove a dagger into Robb Stark's heart. You're a warden of the North.
I had Tywin Lannister's backing.
The Eyrie is mine. The last time the Lords of the Eyrie formed an alliance with the Lords of the North. They brought down the greatest dynasty this world has ever known.
Targaryens.
Cersei will expect a reply.
I'd like to read the reply.
But Lord Bolton has a great voice.
He does. There's something cool about Baelish's, Peter Baelish's too.
Would that make you sick being in that?
I have to get out of this wheelhouse.
Atlantis is a large city.
I have to get out of this wheelhouse.
The likelihood of you being spotted here increases 100-fold. I'm not sure how many new ways I can find of saying this.
I will not be of any use to Daenerys Targaryen if I lose my mind. I can't remember the last face I saw that wasn't yours.
It's a perfectly good face.
I'm losing my mind. What am I? One more drunk dwarf.
How many drunk dwarfs are there?
Yeah, right?
I mean, dwarves can't be that common. I think 1 in 100 is still really common, if you think about it. And it can't be 1 in 100. That's too many.
Wait, she hasn't took Volantis, right?
Oh, no. Yeah, Volantis, she hasn't taken that, no. So we have another red witch here.
Yeah.
Hi, Jameistin. Sinditi Seliot.
The only red priest we had in King's Landing was Thoros of Myr. This one's much better looking.
Daria Zaltrizzoti.
We're going to meet the Savior. You should have told me. Who doesn't want to meet the Savior?
So does she... The question is, does he understand Valerian?
I was gonna say, it sounded like he did.
He looks like such an ominous...
Let's find a brothel.
Saberi ni draho, ciborto e me grubo.
It's even better luck to suck a dwarf's cock.
So he does understand it.
Just 2 more travelers, mad with lust.
I don't like the way that cup hit the...
Thank you.
Me either.
Yep.
Curious hair.
The mother of dragons.
You should see the thing. I've got a dragon for you.
Oh my gosh, it's him!
Jorah!
What makes you a father?
And magic.
I'll bet you bloody are.
Bet you bloody are.
Where are you going? I need to speak to someone with hair. Hello?
Hello.
You've got no drink.
You've got no money.
Do I look like a man without money? Never trust looks. Until quite recently, I was one of
It's
the
gonna
richest
cut
men
to
in the
like
world.
them doing something.
Who needs wealth when you can make a woman laugh? I always pay my debts. I'm well known for it.
I'll be saying that shit, you know what I mean?
They all like her. They all want to fuck a queen.
That's because they've never met a queen.
You're just saying that.
You know how to spot a liar. If I could pick any girl here, I would pick you.
All right then. I'm warning you. We're gonna have to wash you first. Come on.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Why? Because he's a...
Of course you can.
Believe me, no one is more shocked than I am. I hope it passes.
You gotta remember he's not over her yet.
You do that, so you get pushed off.
No need to worry. It's just... Oh. Thought you were someone else.
Made some kind of mistake. Why don't you tell me what you think you're doing, and then...
I'm taking you to the queen.
But he was going voluntarily.
This isn't good, Shane.
Yep.
This isn't good at all.
Yeah. Yep.
Old Jorah.
Jorah took, I mean, he's
like a
trying
bad penny.
Trying to find his way back in her good graces.
Yeah, kidnap, ransom. What better way to show her you love her than having a dwarf slung over your shoulder?
Just like, in this case, he should have listened to Varys, shouldn't he? Right?
Yeah, I mean, why are they... Whatever. It's just the idea of them scouring this dangerous part of town, going in these brothels, going down these back alleys. Okay.
Yeah, it was dumb to... Yeah, just...
I mean, really, what was Varys gonna do? Like, stop him, right?
No.
Like...
Varys is no warrior at all, you know? But yeah, we did have the High Septon assaulted by the Sparrows. What do you guys think of that?
I think the Sparrows are a bunch of wackos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hate him.
Yeah, the High Sparrow, like you said, he's kind of a likable guy. I really enjoy him off of Pirates of the Caribbean, but...
I don't remember him at all. I've only seen...
He's Elizabeth's dad.
Okay, I've only seen those movies like literally once.
Yeah.
Because growing up, you know, some guys I used to hang out with were obsessed with that movie. Actually, one of them is Zach. He loves those movies. So I saw the second and third one in theaters. I don't remember anything about him.
He's a likable guy.
Okay.
Cersei seemed to have kind of taken a liking to him. And
Yeah.
she's actually, like we talked about before, seemed to be like semi-reasonable.
So do you think she has like another plan? What do you think's going on?
Cersei always has a plan.
Mhm.
She's always cooking something up.
Yeah, but you know, just like when she tried to steal Tyrion's whore, she got the wrong one. You know what I mean? She's not as refined at all as obviously her father.
Ask me if I trust her.
Yeah, right. So we had Janos. Janos Slynt was supposed to go to Greyguard. He refused. And we had one of my favorite scenes that Jon does. What do you guys think of that?
That was awesome.
It was.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought he wasn't going to go through with it. I'm glad he did, though. Hey,
Because Jon's all about mercy and, you know, but I think he just got here. He can't be showing weakness like that.
right. Yeah, and it was funny because Alistair was just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Alistair just stands to the side. I mean...
And he just did Alistair decent.
Yeah, Alistair Thorne is a man of the Night's Watch. And for the most part, I feel like he can put aside some of his personal feelings.
Yeah.
I mean, just like during the attack on the wall. I mean, him and Jon were arguing then. They're trying to work together.
Yeah, no, I think what Jon Snow did, I think that had to happen. It was just like open defiance. I didn't like that guy anyway. Good riddance as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Yeah, I love to hate him though. He's just this funny guy to hate.
That's how I felt about
Shove it up your ass, you bastard.
Filch off of Harry Potter.
I didn't hate him at all though. I just loved him.
You hate him?
He's hilarious. But he's just like this. He's just rude.
Yeah, Filch.
But I'll kill you for this. I'll kill you!
Yeah, just because Miss Norris.
Yeah.
I need to read those books again, man. That world is incredible. I kind of wish I got into it when I was a little younger.
Yeah.
It would have been a little more magical for me, and you were obviously way older. But they're still just, I mean, you saw obviously, you only read the first couple books, but those movies are just incredible adaptations.
And they get better, my opinion.
No, I think they get better too.
Yeah.
But do you see how, I mean, I did mention this a reaction, but the way Stannis kind of looks at Jon approvingly.
Yeah, he's just like...
Yeah, Alistair Thorne, I mean, Janos, that's just, he was just kind of in the fan club of Alistair Thorne.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Alistair Thorne can really respect a man like Janos Slynt. Well, he's like a useful idiot, you know what I mean?
Well, he keeps throwing out how he was, at King's Landing, and he was like, I know all these important people. Like, dude, none of that matters here.
Yeah.
Like, Jon Snow was the bastard son of Ned Stark.
Yeah.
He grew up as a lord, right?
Yeah,
like
he essentially was a lord. Or he's a son of a lord.
Yeah,
I mean,
like he lived.
I mean, technically he's a bastard. So I mean, I think people called him Lord Snow.
He lived a privileged life growing up.
He definitely lived a privileged life because, Ned chose to raise him like a son.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a good education. He got to learn how to fight, and
you come here and that doesn't matter. You're on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit because when Jon came, he got to bring his armor, his sword, his skills. It's just like when you go into the military. I mean, you can't take any of your money with you.
Yeah.
But most of the time throughout history, if you look at most of the time, I can't remember what it's called, but the hoplites in Sparta, it was like this. It's like this also in the Middle Ages. You live on on land owned by a lord. You sometimes have military service that you have to do certain times a year.
Right.
Okay, and sometimes you go to war, and then we need you and your sons that are over 5. That's how it is. The armor, you bring your own armor. You bring your own weapons. The hoplites in Sparta, they had to bring all their own shit. You know what I mean? It was like, if you're from a noteworthy house or a noteworthy family, you would have nice armor. So Jon got to come here bringing his badass stuff, his armor, his coat, and everything. But if you remember Pip and the redhead guy,
as someone who was arrested for murder.
Yeah, like they're just coming in rags.
Right.
Yeah. So
we also had Reek is hiding from Sansa.
Yeah, Reek is hiding from Sansa. That's an awkward thing. He wants to just, for one thing, it reminds him of who he is. Also reminds him of the terrible thing he did. But yeah, he's trying to hide from Sansa, and Sansa is going to obviously marry Ramsay. At least that's the intention.
They're going to bump into each other at some point.
So how do you feel about Ramsay saying, I promise I would never hurt her, all this stuff? Do you believe him?
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't hang heavy on his promises, to be quite frank with you.
No, I get it. Arya in the House of Black and White.
I'm telling you, as surely as I sit here. Sorry, folks, we've got a glare coming in from the door, so I'm trying to kind of lean in here.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, as surely as I sit here, that it's going to be a Mission Impossible type thing with something with faces and I don't know. And don't say it ain't possible because we got Frankenstein laying on the table in there.
Well, we see what Jack and Hagar can do, like the way he can change faces. We've already seen that.
Yeah.
So.
But I didn't know if it was like some sort of magic or if maybe it is legitimately just someone else's face.
It's probably a little bit of, I don't know, you have to see.
Oh, God.
But, yeah. I can just say that Arya's storyline is one of my favorites in the entire show. So, Brienne talked about her childhood, going to that little, essentially it was like a debutante ball, right? And all these little cocksuckers were laughing at her.
Yeah. I don't think she's ugly.
No, she's not ugly. Like, not really my type, but she's absolutely not ugly. I think she's a very pretty woman.
Yeah.
And I love her personality. You know what I mean?
Now, granted, I don't know.
Like, because she's like brave and courageous without seeming masculine.
Yeah.
I love Brienne.
Me too.
She's just fucking tall. And I'm short. I'm like just under 6 foot.
Well,
and you guys are both over 6 feet, so congratulations.
Gonna teach pod to fight.
Yep.
I'm assuming there's a reason, and I'm assuming it's going to come up later in the show. It would have to. Because there'd be no other reason for her to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you watch shows long enough, you start to understand story structure, and you also...
Yeah, I'm like, whenever I see something happy happening, I'm like, oh God, please, Jesus, you know?
Yeah.
Because I don't want anything.
Yeah.
And for a brief second, I thought someone was going to, like, shove Tyrion off that ledge.
And die.
Yeah, I was like, it'd be so irreverent and disrespectful.
Anticlimactic for his character.
For him to just die right now.
Waste of a character.
Yeah.
Well, they wasted Rob's character, but...
Well, Rob...
You're never going to get over that, are you?
No, never.
No, it's...
no, never.
Like Finn, never. Not him, not anyone. Let's take it from me.
What about shit from Halo season 2? What's his name? Zanuck?
Nope, never.
What's his name?
The big black guy?
Yeah.
I think it's like
Vanek. I can't believe they canceled that show. Like I loved
Really?
Halo. They did.
It has to get. No, there's no way. That's such a good show.
Well, they're shopping the show around to see if anyone else will pick it up.
They literally left off a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I loved season 2. Season 1 was okay, but season 2 of Halo was really good.
The guy was amazing. That guy was amazing, Master Chief.
Oh, I know. I love that guy.
So Tom and Marjorie are married.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a virgin anymore.
No, he's not.
And I mean, he could have lost it to a far uglier woman.
No, I know. Like people in this room, that's not me and him. No, I'm just kidding. I never met whatever her name is back in Youngstown.
I'm a virgin. So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. No, they seem to be happy, and we know Marjorie is not like a terrible person. Now, I think she understands how to...
she's doing something. I know she's doing something.
Well, I think people do that every day in their life. When you go to work, you try to be the best version of yourself.
Ask about her mother.
Except you when you call off.
Ask about her mother.
I think there was some little undertone dig she was throwing at Cersei when Cersei came up to see her.
Yeah, I think in their situation with these women, they can only, in this world, they can only really truly try to be social climbers. Now, she's already the queen.
In this world. She's
already the queen, but she understands that Cersei's dangerous. They both understand there's a lot of fake smiling. She cares about Tommen. And Tommen obviously is boohoo bucks for her, right?
Only if Tommen had a little more of that king in him.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, I know like Joffrey was very, very, very insane.
And Tommen's really young too.
Tommen is young, and he's a sweet boy. They've said it in the show multiple times. That's not a terrible thing.
You just get that fear factor in him.
But when you're a king, you know. Yeah.
Well, that's what they said. They said he's too soft and Stannis is too hard.
Yeah. Anyways, you guys think Jorah will be able to win himself back into her good graces?
I don't know. She seems like she'd be hard to once you've scorned her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially with the little people that she's surrounded now, her little encampment, like Dario, and I don't know. I don't know if I see that happening.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I mentioned pomegranate juice. I've been having pomegranates every day with my blueberries. So that's pretty exciting. All right. Anyways. Okay. Valor. Shit. There's Valor Mugalis and Valor. I can't remember the second one that starts with the D.
Daenerys.
Daenerys, yes.
Daenerys.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
So Valor Mugalis means all men must die. Valor, whatever. So
Really?
it means all men must serve. Yep. Especially faceless men. All right, guys. If you don't want to wait until next week, check us out on Patreon. And also go there for the full length.
Full length.
Bye-bye.